Hi, I'm back. Um, I yeah, I just wanted to stream because not doing anything better. But I didn't know what to stream. I may end up playing Wylde Flowers, but I'm hoping that the same thing that happened yesterday happens today, which is I get enough people chatting that I can just chat. Um, so if you're here and you want to chat, please type a message in the chat. On my end, I've had a pretty quiet day. Went to pick up my shoes from the cobbler, did some grocery shopping. Still can't get rose petals for my Persian love cake, which I'm dying to make. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like these last few days have been very much. Hey, Oompa Goompa, I'm good. How are you doing today? I was just about to say that these last few days have just been very, not unproductive, but just I don't know, kind of. I'm trying to think of the word. Like when you're sort of in limbo and nothing's really happening. And sorry, I am just getting notifications from this guy who was messaging me earlier, and he put the pregnant lady emoji at the end of his text, and I was like, why are you texting me that emoji? Is someone pregnant? And he just replied and said, no, I just wanted to use that emoji. So, I don't know why, but every time I start streaming, I get warm. I could be like cold before I start streaming, and then as soon as I start getting warm. I don't think the ring light is actually making me warm. Or I don't think streaming is causing my computer to heat up, but for some reason, I get warm when I stream. Must be all the love. So yeah, that's been kind of my day, my week so far. Just not really getting a whole lot done. I don't know. It's like late July, and it just feels like everything's kind of slowing down. A lot of people are on vacation, a lot of things are closed, shops are closed, businesses are closed because, they're just closed for summer or whatever for a few weeks. It's too hot some days, other days it's actually, today has been pretty nice. I'm drinking beer for a change. This brand is not sponsoring my stream, but it's called Elfique. That's the brand, or the brewery name, which basically means elfin. So that won me over immediately as the geek that I am. In fact, it says Brasserie en exil, never surrender. So, a brasserie in exile, never surrender. And it's got little triple moon symbols on it, if you can see. So I thought, you know what, this seems like just my sort of thing. I have a lot of work at the moment. Last month went so fast. Ugh. Are you based in Belgium? Or no, you're in Germany, right? We talked about this yesterday. Bavaria. I remember now. Sorry, my memory is terrible. You travel a lot? Well, if you're ever in Belgium, if you're ever in Brussels, let me know. Wouldn't be the first time I've met up with a viewer, follower. I always enjoy that. I was thinking at some point, if I have enough followers and viewers in Belgium to organize some kind of meetup. But I'd want to have enough people that it'd be worth organizing, that, like, just to make sure that enough people would show up, that it's not like, my birthday party when I was, I don't know, 11, 10, 9. I remember a birthday party where basically 2 of my friends showed up after I'd invited the whole class. And the party itself was actually kind of fun, but what made it really difficult was my mother had put so much work into the party. And aloha! How are you doing? So my mother had put a lot of work into the party, and the whole time I remember just being upset for my mom, who was upset for me. So it's this vicious cycle of being upset. Never been to Belgium, but I must fly to the USA next week. Oh, well, aloha, Charles is in the USA. Which part of the USA are you going to, Oompa Goompa? Georgia. That's actually not very far. I mean, in terms of like the size of the states. So I think, Charles, you're in Tennessee, right? Or am I wrong? I know you're in the South, but I could be wrong. It's just for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, that's a long business trip. West Virginia, that's right. West Virginia, you've told me this so many times. I am so sorry. But West Virginia is actually not too far from Georgia. But yeah, 2 weeks is a long business trip. I would not want to go on a business trip for that long. Occasionally, when in my job in Japan, I'd had to go on business trips. And I hated it. Like, because there was never any time for anything other than work. And they were like a day or 2 days. So it was literally just go there, work. If I had to stay overnight, it involved staying in like a really crappy business hotel. Country Toads. I like Country Toads. Just think of the song. I remember one time I went on a business trip to Kyoto, and I was really excited because basically I went there a day early because I had to start work very early on Tuesday morning, and it was the Monday was a holiday, so I left early, like sort of early afternoon on Monday. By the time I got to Kyoto, there was a typhoon, so I basically couldn't do anything. I had to go straight to the hotel, and I was stuck there with really, really, really bad internet. Like the Wi-Fi in that hotel was impossibly bad. Could not stream anything. Could not, like. I think I tried watching, not I Am Legend, but the film that it's based on. The Omega Man. I tried watching that, and the streaming, like the internet quality was so bad that it was just really difficult to do that. And then I went to a convenience store across the street and got food from there. But I was stuck in this tiny room with really terrible internet in Kyoto, and I couldn't visit Kyoto at all. And then the next day I was working all day, and then I had to leave right after work, so that was disappointing because I love Kyoto. I've only been twice, I think, in total. And the first time I did sightseeing, but the second time was for work. And Kyoto's really beautiful. I absolutely love it. I love Gion, which is the sort of one of the geisha districts. And it's beautiful. I mean, it's very touristy, but I don't care. Kyoto's very nice when there's good weather. Absolutely. In the spring, it's lovely. The first time I went to Kyoto was during cherry blossom season, and it was after the March 2011 earthquake. And so there were very few tourists. So actually, Kyoto was not too bad for once. There were a lot of domestic tourists, but it was nothing compared to what it's normally like. And it was beautiful. I got to see like all the cherry blossoms. I got to like go to the shrine there with all the torii gates. I got to visit Kiyomizu Temple, which is on the side of a mountain. Really stunning. You've probably seen it on postcards of Kyoto or Japan. And then I got to see the Miyako Odori, which is the dance of the capital, I think. And it's an annual dance with Maiko and Geiko, which is like the Kyoto version of geisha. Which is weird because like when you think of geisha, you think of Kyoto, but actually in Kyoto they're called Geiko. And in Tokyo they're called geisha, but there's actually not very many geisha left in Tokyo. Like the when you think of geisha, the ones you imagine tend to be Maiko actually from Kyoto, who are like in the full like makeup and kimono, because they're really the most decked out. And then after that, they're a little more toned down in their appearance. But yeah, so I got to see that, which was really beautiful. It was really stunning. Though I later found out that a lot of the dancers on the stage are actually not Maiko or Geiko. They're dancers because they just don't have enough Maiko for the numbers they need on stage. So the solo numbers will be done by real Maiko, but like the big group numbers, they tend to bolster those numbers with just local dancers. Because it's a dying profession, which is a shame because it's something so unique and special. I mean, sometimes you will see them on a train, or just shopping. Even in Tokyo, you'll see geisha sometimes. Not often, but it's super cool when you do. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's that's a part of Japan that I really love and that I miss. But yeah. So yeah, business trips. That's 2 weeks in Georgia. Do you mind if I ask what you do? Cheers to you too. Are you having a drink? We still need to do margaritas at some point. Like margaritas on the stream. Everybody's drinking margaritas. Yeah, at the moment, no business trips for me. No business. But I think it'd be kind of cool now if I did travel for work because I don't really get to travel otherwise. I just have meetings with some suppliers. Okay. Well, I'm guessing that means that you'll have a lot of free time as well. Though Georgia in the summer is probably quite hot and humid. When I get to Japan, I gotta check out those very old pagodas. Yes, absolutely. And they're everywhere. So you won't have to look very far. Like there's loads in Tokyo, loads in Kyoto, everywhere, really. So I'm tired. I did not get much sleep last night. There are a few UNESCO ones in Japan that were built around 700 AD. Yes. Here's the thing. Japan and UNESCO are like best buddies. Like Japan loves getting UNESCO heritage status for just about anything it can apply for. And it's like one of those countries that seems to be obsessed with it. So every year they're trying to add more to the UNESCO heritage list. I always thought that was funny because it's such a big thing they talk about. Like they make a big deal out of it. When you ask somebody, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's a UNESCO heritage site," and I'm like, "Oh okay, great, it's nice." Um, yeah, Japan is kind of one thing that really struck me with Japan, which actually reminds me a lot of Greece, even though the two countries are so different. Um, but what really struck me was that Japanese people love to promote their country, and they love to ask outsiders, especially visitors, what they think of Japan. And they absolutely love it when people talk about Japan in a positive light outside of Japan. Um, they have entire shows on TV dedicated to this topic, where they will literally have a bunch of people from different countries who will talk about their love of Japan. And then they'll often have like segments where they film overseas and they ask people, what do you think of Japan? And like, and people are just like raving about Japan, even though like some of them have never been there. Like Japan is very good at tourism PR. Very good at it. I mean, I see it all the time still, where I see memes or articles. Yeah, on NHK, absolutely. They have those shows all the time. But Japan is very, very good at like just self-promotion. They're very interested in other people's opinions of Japan as long as they're positive. They do not want to hear anything negative. Do not talk about comfort women. Do not talk about, sex slavery, basically. Do not talk about World War II in general. Like that I mean, they still don't really feel like they did anything wrong most of the time. Like they really just, there's a bit of a victim complex going on, which, I understand with Hiroshima and whatnot, but there's definite a sense of like, we're the victims here. And it's funny, like when you compare how Germany has been post-war and how Japan has been post-war, and they're very different. Like Germany is very much like, what we did was terrible, even if it wasn't us. Like it's terrible that Germany did this, and we will continue to apologize for as long as it takes. Whereas in Japan, they're like, well, we apologized enough, let's move on. Now here's a movie glorifying World War II, or Japan's part in World War II. So one thing that's interesting also is Oppenheimer does not have a release date in Japan yet. I know because my ex was like, he's a huge Nolan fan, and he's still in Japan and he wants to see it, and he's like, there's no release date for it yet. It's not going to be in August because that's the anniversary of Hiroshima, I think. So they probably won't announce it until after that, and who knows. Even though normally Christopher Nolan films get a pretty big release in Japan. Like, he's a pretty big director there. They like him a lot. Like I remember Tenet got a huge release in Japan. When you say that you're proud to be German, a lot of people think that you're a Nazi. Well, see, that's the thing. Like, you can say you're proud to be German. You can say you're proud to be Japanese, and still be ashamed of the things that your country did, during the war. Because it's okay. Like, nobody holds you personally accountable for those things. But it's the idea that you're like, okay, people, let's move on, Can we talk about something else? Like, that is the problem. Especially because, like, we're all like, yeah, we know you didn't do it. So where's the harm in just saying, like, look, we're sorry. Here's a statue commemorating all the Korean women who were made sex slaves during World War II. Coming from someone who lived down the road from Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, Imperial Japan was certainly not the victim. Yeah, I know, actually. So I'm half Dutch on my mother's side, and my mother was born after the war, but most of her siblings were born before the war. My uncle was who I never met. He had PTSD and committed suicide at the age of 16. But because basically, my Dutch family was in Indonesia during World War II, or right before World War II, and then they were captured by the Japanese and put in camps. And this included, small children, like 4-year-olds, like my aunt who passed away not very long ago. She, throughout her life, had health problems caused from malnutrition from being in those camps, where they would literally just give you a potato a day. Were the atomic bombs tragic? Yes. But the loss of life, if we would have invaded Japan, would have been horrendous. A lot more Japanese civilians would have been killed with a land invasion. Yeah. And here's the thing as well, both sides can be wrong. You know what I mean? Both sides can admit to, we did something bad. Okay, what can we learn from this? How can we move on? How can we build a better future? But yeah, there's this real sense of oh, no, we can't talk about World War II anymore. It's over. Meanwhile, you have these guys driving around in RVs full of the rising sun flag, covered in it, and blasting war anthems. Just driving down the street, or sometimes parked up in front of a busy train station, and basically just talking about how they miss the days of Imperial Japan. I'll be the first one to admit we screwed up in Iraq. Yeah. But Japan in World War II, heck no, yeah. No, I mean, Japan did some pretty bad things back then. So yeah, and yeah, with my family, my grandmother, so both my grandparents were missionaries. They were, it's a whole other thing. And they were teaching, they were trying to open schools and stuff. And during World War II, when they were in those camps, my grandmother was worried about all these kids in those camps, they were in the women's camps, who were not getting an education. So she secretly started a school in the camp to make sure that the kids would get an education and would not lose out on all these years, because I think she was quite optimistic, probably where I get that from. So she started teaching kids in the camp, and they found out. And we don't know what happened, but I think you can kind of fill in the blanks. She was taken away. No one saw or heard her for days. And when she was brought back into the camp, she was a broken woman. And after the war, she had PTSD, I think for the rest of her life. She would sometimes get up in the middle of the night and start packing her bags. She even spent time in a mental hospital, which, back in the 50s and 60s was, they're not great now, but back then they were a lot worse, especially for women. I bet you also heard some stories regarding your family in Greece during World War II. Not as many, because my dad didn't talk about that very much. And he was born towards the end of the war, I think. But, Greece had all kinds of issues before and after the war as well. So whatever stories I remember hearing as a kid, I couldn't tell you exactly, are they war-related or not. I remember my aunt talking about famines and how they would like basically make onion soup, but it wasn't like onion soup the way you'd like order it in a restaurant now. It was like literally just whatever onions they could find in the ground, just boiled into a broth, and that's what they would eat. And my aunt had to carry my dad as an infant, like she had to bring him like to shelter or something. Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, I've got some new messages that my bot keeps announcing. I need to figure out the timing because it's doing it a little too frequently and all at once. But basically, two things. One is I really want to encourage more conversation in the chat, both with me and, you know, amongst yourselves as well. That's always great. So sometimes I get new viewers and they're a bit quiet, so I want to encourage them to like say something, because I don't bite. I know sometimes I go on someone's channel as a viewer and I hesitate to say anything, because I'm like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to interrupt, you know. And the other thing is, if you can't watch, please lurk. But if you lurk, remember to mute the browser tab, not the stream, because they've changed it, and now if you mute the stream, it won't count as a view for me, so you'll be wasting your time. I'm really working hard to get to affiliate. It's a little bit, you know, like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. I make a bit of an improvement towards getting that average number of viewers up, and then I'll have one bad stream with a low number of viewers and that'll bring it back down. So I'm constantly trying to battle that, and the way to combat that really is to ensure that I never drop below the minimum. But it's hard. I'm doing my best. And I lost a follower or 2 recently. I think I just lost the 1 follower, but there's someone dear to me who unfortunately we had a little bit of a disagreement, and he decided to just block me. And I noticed that he's unfollowed me now. It happens. But it still makes me sad that it did. So, just to keep things exciting, I'm actually gonna play Wylde Flowers while I'm chatting with you guys. Obviously, if the conversation picks up again, I will switch back to just chatting, and even when I'm playing, I'll be chatting with you guys. But yeah, I just don't want to be like running out of ideas to talk about. So, got my headphones in. And Wylde Flowers. I was already playing it earlier actually, so and yeah, I am streaming Wylde Flowers. I've been experimenting with different games. Because I'm trying to improve the number of viewers I'm getting, my game choices have sort of revolved around that a lot, which means I can't just play what I want. I have to play something, I have to be strategic about the games I play. And I've tried popular games like The Sims 4. I tried using remote play with the PS5. And I'm going to reduce the volume even further. And people have been saying, oh, don't stream Wylde Flowers because that game does not have many viewers. And technically I'm still in just chatting. So that's not really an issue anyway. But the more popular games have so many other streamers that I'm not really at the top of the list, you know? I am... Apologies for that. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I am gonna change my category to Wylde Flowers briefly. Because it doesn't look like anybody else is streaming it right now, so if anybody wants to watch it, I have the top spot. I know it can be a little meta, not meta, but maybe a little off-putting me talking about the ins and outs of streaming and my streaming strategies and whatnot, but I am trying to make this into a sustainable pastime because I am putting a lot of hours into streaming and it's hard to justify it if I'm not even an affiliate yet. I still enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but what's on my to-do list? Catch an urchin. There's a Spring Fling coming up. Hey, if you're new to the channel, if you've stopped by, please say hi. I am more than happy to chat with you guys. I've just got the game on so it gives me something to do. So, I've finished the main story. I mean, obviously there's still stuff going on. And Wesley, in order to apologize for his crimes, gave away all his werewolf suppression potions. And so he's in werewolf form 24/7 now. But I'm trying to fix that by making these potions that I now have enough of. I'm going to change it to a better outfit for this pivotal moment. Want to go with me to the Spring Fling? Hey, what is gamer? Nice to see you again. Sure, if there's a Spring Fling, I mean, it is July right now, so I don't think it's going to happen, but I am always up for that kind of thing. So if there's a Spring Fling happening and you want me to go there with you, I will go. Quite happily.
I've got something that's going to make you happy.
I think the potions come in that tray, like dinner tray.
Oh my goodness. That's incredible. It tastes exactly the same. Oh my. That feels so much better. I can't thank you enough, Tara.
Hey, isn't there one on this game? There is, yes. There is a Spring Fling happening. But I don't see how you were going to take me to that Spring Fling in the game. But yeah, Spring Fling is coming up in just a few days.
Am I ready for bed?
Yes, Tara, you are. Magic. Hey, if you can do that, I will 100% go to the Spring Fling with you. If you can magic us into the game. And just be warned that once I'm in the game, I may make a move on Wesley. Because I just can't help it. I have a total crush on him. I mean, can you blame me? What is happening, people? Uh-oh. This little whirly gig is taking a break.
Hey, Flint.
No breaks allowed. Working on it, pouring all the magic into lurking today. Aw, thank you. I really appreciate it. Remember, if you're lurking, mute the browser tab, not the stream. But I very much appreciate you lurking because I need to bring my average number of viewers up so I can become affiliate. I've been streaming, I've streamed so many hours. Like I've smashed every single requirement to become an affiliate. I've even smashed some of the goals for a partner, but my viewer numbers is literally for both is the only thing that's holding me back. What can I do? What can I do? Doing the best I can. So you guys just watching, just lurking really helps. So I really appreciate that. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, if you ever stream, I will lurk the shit out of your stream. What is gamer? Am I following you? I'm following you now. There we go. I just gave you a follow. Also, anyone watching, if you're not following me yet, please do so. I'm trying to get to my goal of 200 followers, and I managed to lose a follower earlier. And yeah, so I'm further away from my goal than I was before. Hey, no problem, What is Gamer? Absolutely. The thing is, I don't always follow everybody who watches my stream because some people are just don't stream. But if you're gonna stream, I will absolutely watch your stream and lurk if I'm not able to actively watch. As long as I'm not like asleep when you're streaming, which can happen. Where are you based, What is Gamer, if you don't mind me asking? Are you in Europe? Or are you in the US? Or somewhere else? Memphis, you're in Tennessee. Okay. Earlier I thought it was, I thought Aloha Charles was in Tennessee. I misremembered. So you're the one who's in Tennessee. Well, I will, if you're streaming at a time where I'm not asleep, I will absolutely watch or lurk.
Objects far and objects near. Get up and fly from there to here.
I'll post it. You have Discord? I do. In fact, I have a Discord community that the bot should post the invite link, but it's also in my bio. So please join my Discord and send me a message on there. I will definitely reply. Like, I'm at a point where I'm like, should I just keep streaming or should I start trying this NPC trend on TikTok? And the idea of doing that is so soul crushing. Like, I don't know if I can bring myself to do that. To be like, hi, thanks for the follow. Whatever they do. I don't even know what they do. Plus, it seems like the sort of thing that has probably already become like super oversaturated. Like it's a trend that like will fizzle out in no time. Like, are mukbangs still a thing? Am I pronouncing that right? Mukbang. Cafe latte miri. This is a nice dress. Oh, I didn't get any notification of your stream. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to post on Discord. I always post on Discord and I totally forgot. I will do that right now. That was dumb of me. If you're not getting notifications, that's weird. If you're following me and you don't have notifications activated, please do activate notifications. Sorry, I forgot to announce it here. Okay. Oh, another thing I was working on today is a character for a D&D campaign that I'm playing in. So I have this D&D group that's kind of scattered all over the world, really. Originally, 3 of us were in Japan and 1 of us was in Seattle, and then I left, and it was 2 in Japan, 1 in Seattle, and 1 in Belgium. Yeah, sometimes Twitch can be weird like that. And then what happened? And then another one from Japan actually ended up being deployed in Germany. And yeah, so, and then we were playing at 6 a.m. on Saturdays for me. And that's like way too early because we're playing through Discord. Hi, Atoriar. Good evening to you. Glad you could make it. Sorry I was so late announcing it on Discord. I only did so because Seigneur pointed out that he did not get a notification. So I apologize for that. I will strive to do better. How are you doing anyway? Where's my husband? So today I was working on this character because I took a break from playing with them because I was just getting, after we finished the latest season of the campaign we were playing in, we were going to start another campaign, a different DM. And I was like, I was depressed, I was overwhelmed, I could not get up early enough on Saturdays, I kept missing the start time or even missing the games altogether. And so I kind of quit the group or took a break from the group. And then this week when I was really at my lowest, I got a package from them yesterday actually, from the one who's in Seattle, with dice for D&D, chocolates, a bath bomb, lots of like beauty masks, you know, like face masks, not like COVID ones, but you know what I'm talking about. Skincare masks. And a really lovely card that had a handwritten message from her, and then she printed out messages from the other 2 because obviously she couldn't see them. And they're really sweet, and they made me think, I'm really miss playing with this group, and they've got this new campaign going that sounds super interesting. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna join. So I created this character, and she's a divine soul sorcerer, first time playing the subclass. I love sorcerers, but I mostly tend to play wild magic sorcerers. I really like chaotic characters, in case it's not already obvious. So she's an Aasimar as well, which is basically the sort of half angel race in D&D. And the whole setting is this sort of steampunk Victorian London style city that's basically, it's called Hellhole, and it's basically ruled by demons. So I wanted a character that's the very antithesis of that. And her name is Hanina, which is something my ex would sometimes call me or describe me as. It means sweet in Arabic, or at least in Algerian Arabic. So I like this character that's kind of based on, like, all of the characters I play in role-playing games are very personal to me. There's the story I work on. I'm going to switch to just chatting, actually, real quick, because I want to talk about this topic because it's something I'm really passionate about. So every character I create in D&D typically has some kind of special connection to me, and often is a way to express something that I'm going through, or some part of my personality that either I want to be more like, or I'm currently kind of experiencing. So with this particular group, the first character I ever played was this, I mentioned this character on the stream before, but her name was Agnes Rosewillow, and she's a halfling wizard, and she was this unhappy housewife who just decided to up and leave and join Magical University. And I didn't really realize it at the time, but that character was very much an expression of me being unhappy in my life at the time. I was in Japan. I was in a relationship that was satisfying. Well, no, it wasn't satisfying. That's the thing. Like, I was happy but not satisfied. It was very stagnant. And this character was kind of a way for me to be like, you know, I could just leave and start fresh and live the life that I feel is slipping away, you know, like, because she was middle-aged for a halfling, so she was in her 80s. And, you know, it was this idea of, like, can you start again at that age? And I was having similar thoughts, like, can I leave Japan? Can I leave this relationship and start again? So that was my first character, and she was very maternal. I was going through a very maternal phase for a long time. Then my second character I played in that campaign, she was all over the place. She was extremely chaotic. She was this half-fae girl who was born with serious major deformities. And she was basically enslaved by Baba Yaga, who you may know from Russian folklore, or you may know from D&D, or from any number of other stories and media. I'm not gonna explain who Baba Yaga is, because you can easily Google that character. But so she was basically this girl who was she didn't have a normal upbringing. She didn't know her parents. She felt rejected by her parents. She felt ugly. And I started playing that character before I had facial feminization surgery, but when I'd already booked it. And the kind of character arc I was hoping to go through was that this character would have a physical transformation just like I did. But she'd also have to learn to love herself regardless of that. And so that was kind of the journey I was going through with that character, and it certainly helped me. And it was very representative of both the time when I played this character and afterwards as well. Then I played another campaign of Vampire the Masquerade, not D&D. And I played this character called Kiki, who's a Toreador. Toreador are kind of the sexy, arty vampires. They're obsessed with beauty and art. And she was also a siren. That's her predator type. So she would basically feed on people during sex. She was very much into like seducing people, and she was a bit of a wild thing, you know? And she definitely inspired me a little bit in my own life, because I started playing as this character after I left Japan, after I broke up with my ex, and I was single, and I didn't know how to start dating, you know? I'd been with the same guy for 6 years. I had not had any physical relationship with anyone in a very long time. And this character definitely helped me, you know, explore that side of myself, the side that just doesn't give a fuck and just will flirt and, you know, seduce men left and right. And she's hyper confident, and she's very sexy. She's very, this character really kind of helped define me, to the point where I used her name, which was Kiki, as my alias on dating apps. And then after that, so I played this character. So this new character, Hanina, obviously I haven't started playing as her, but the story is that she's an orphan. I like to play orphans. A bit cliche for D&D, I know, but when you play an orphan, it's like fewer characters, like side characters you have to write backstories of. And she's part of this gang / troupe of street artists who are also pickpockets and street criminals. And she grew up with them, and then she fell in love with this tiefling who's basically a part demon. You know, and they're so happy together, but their relationship is maybe a little bit toxic. You know, like opposites attract and all that. And they're going to get married, and then she gets kidnapped, and that's how her character gets introduced into the campaign. But she's someone that people assume is angelic because she's an Aasimar, because she's a divine soul sorcerer, because she has this very angelic presence. But in terms of her background, you know, she's a criminal, she's a con artist. She doesn't believe she's good. She does feel guilt for the crime she's committed, but she hasn't really reckoned with it yet. And the idea was that, you know, people can assume that you're bad based on what you look like, or they can assume that you're good based on what you look like, but those assumptions don't really necessarily mean anything. And that's definitely something I've kind of started discovering very late in life, in my dating. Just, you know, some guys, they may look like good guys, but they're not. And some guys may seem like they might be bad guys, but they're actually very good guys. So there's this idea of appearances can be deceiving. And also, if people believe that you're good, maybe you are good, and maybe, you know, you need to kind of explore that side of yourself and just nurture that side of yourself. And so ethics and morality and like good versus evil, like those are all, and like shades of gray, those are all elements that feature in this character and that I really wanted to put into it, because I'm very much against the idea that, oh, D&D is therapy. I mean, yes, it's therapeutic, but if you have issues that require therapy, please don't use D&D to inflict them on people, because other players and the DM may not be down for that. They may not want to be your therapist. They may not want to have to like deal with all your issues. So it's something to be mindful of. But having said that, role-playing games can be very therapeutic. Just be a little bit mindful of other people, if that's your intention. So yeah, this character is kind of helping me explore, well, hopefully will help me explore these ideas of like, what does it mean to be good? Is it an absolute? Is being good or bad something you are, or is it things you do? Not one thing, not all the things, but like individual things. You know what I mean? Like, can we really be all good or all bad? Probably not. You know? And is it a matter of like making more good choices than bad? Or is it, you know, about making good choices when they matter? So those are all themes I want to explore with this character, and I'm super excited. So today I was working on this character because I'm ready to join this campaign again, and I'm going to be joining them not this weekend but the weekend after. But I'm raring to go. I'm super excited. Yeah, if any of you are into D&D at all, I highly recommend playing D&D if you haven't. It's such an awesome game. And there's a myriad other tabletop RPGs that are just as good, some even better depending on what you're into. Alright, I'm going to get back to Wylde Flowers for a little bit, because I feel like I've been monologuing. I also have other D&D characters that just, they were part of D&D campaigns that never really took off. And so I have a whole list of those characters that are sort of pending. And I've got my own D&D campaign that I'm running, that I'm hoping to run a session either this week or next week. And that's been so much fun as well. No, it's already too late. Oh, Wesley. Maybe I can still talk to Perry. Yes, I can. Good.
Perry, is there a chance you might have a recipe for a potion that could cool a charm effect? Natalia needs my help.
Ah, that explains why I've suddenly felt drawn to a mortal woman again. Let me guess. Damon has been brewing more than beer lately?
Not to sell him out, but yeah. That's exactly what happened.
Very well. I have an ardor cooling potion recipe that should do the trick.
Ardor cooling recipe. Interesting. Muy interesante. Let's see if I can craft this potion. Well, this is taking a while. Ardor. Where is the ardor cooling? Do I not have it yet? Or am I just completely not seeing it? Unloved potion. Purchase it from Perry's shop. Oh, I have to get it from Perry's shop. Okay. That's the problem. It is... I'm playing on normal speed, and one thing I've noticed is this game, like, has, you know, relaxed, normal, and challenging. And the difference between... between normal and relaxed is so massive. Like, I really wish normal was between the current normal and relaxed, and then challenging was normal. Because on normal speed, there's no way to do everything you need to do in a day. But on relaxed speed, you're done with everything by 11 a.m. and you're just like, oh, what am I going to do now? So I really wish there was more of a balance between the two. But, you know, it's so easy for me to be a critic of games as a player, not a developer. You know, and even now, on normal speed, even with the farm essentially running itself, with all the whirly gigs, I'm not mining anymore, I'm not really cooking that much, I'm really not doing very much, I just still have too many things to do in a day. Kind of feels like what it's like to be an adult. Like there's just never enough hours in the day. Have I already been here today? No, I have not. Good thing I came here. Okay, that's gonna be it for today, and then tomorrow I think I'm gonna not prioritize the farming and crafting and just prioritize the shopping.
Am I ready for bed?
Yes, you are. Unless it's a Spring Fling already. I did not check when that is. By the way, if you are new to the stream and you want to say hi, please do so. You don't have to. I also am always welcoming lurkers because I'm desperately trying to get to affiliate. But if you want to say hi, please don't hesitate. I do not bite. How have I been? Alright. I've been alright, Yesteryear. Better. How about you? Oh no. Pretty alright. It's it has been pretty boring the last few days, so yeah, it's I was saying that earlier, like it being sort of late July, it just feels like nothing much is happening. There's a lot of holidays, a lot of people going away, and if you're not doing any of those things, then you're just kind of like twirling your thumbs and kind of waiting for it all to be over, waiting for things to go back to normal. You know, and as someone who does not have a job currently and is looking for one, I'm very much on that boat of like, oh, everybody's busy except for me. And I don't get to see people. I did pass my theory exam, so hopefully I can finally drive soon. Oh, awesome! Congrats! Do you know I've never learned how to drive? I absolutely want to someday, but I've always lived in big cities and I can't justify the expense of a car or the expense of driving lessons right now. But congratulations, that's awesome. So you still have the practical exam? Belgium would support unless you plan to stay in Brussels because the public transport is amazing there. Yeah, I've noticed people drive here a lot more than anywhere else I've been, compared to like Tokyo, compared to London. 6 months and then you're practical. Okay, so quite a long way still to go. Oh, this is really cute. Orange, black, red. Oh, but all of them are occupied. Our public transport is one of the worst in Europe, plus expensive. Outside of Brussels, you mean? Yeah. I believe that because part of the reason I never leave Brussels is because I can't afford to travel outside of Brussels. It's not as bad as Japan. Japan, like going outside of Tokyo, is ridiculously expensive. But right now, being unemployed, like I would love to travel around Belgium. I really want to go to Bruges. I want to go to mainly Bruges, actually. Possibly Antwerp, Liège. And I'd love to go to the Netherlands and Germany, but it's expensive. For someone who doesn't have a job, it's an expense I just cannot afford. So I'm usually stuck in Brussels. Don't really get to venture outside the city much. But I love Brussels. I just wish I could visit other parts of Belgium. Like I think the only places outside of Brussels that I've been to are Lembeek very briefly to visit my sister there, but I didn't really, my brother drove there and we visited and then we left. And no one's heard of Lembeek. And other than that, I've been to Dour briefly, not for the festival. But again, I can't really say I've seen Dour. I was in and out. And that is it, really. But trains are cool. I absolutely love taking trains. I love riding a train, listening to music, or reading a book. For me, it's my favorite way to travel. Absolutely. It's one of the reasons I'm so glad to be back in Europe, because I can visit other countries by train. Liège isn't that nice, to be honest. Bruges and Antwerp definitely recommended. You can always take a Flix bus to the Netherlands. It's like 40-60 euros round trip to Amsterdam from Brussels. That is still way more than I can afford right now. This is a good time for me to mention my donation link, which you can click on the tipping bar. Any tip is welcome. Basically, right now I have 25 euros in my bank account. So I would really, really appreciate even the smallest donation, like €1, €2 would actually help me. Totally understandable. The fact that you're watching my channel already supports me, so don't worry about it. But, oh my gosh, okay, you're worse off than me. But if anyone else is watching and you're willing and able to make a donation, please do so. I am so grateful for any donations I can have right now, because until I get to feel it, it's the only way I can make money off this channel. And I do work hard to try to promote this channel, to try to get to the point where I'm an affiliate, but it takes a while. So any donations are immensely appreciated. You have no idea how much I appreciate those donations, because right now they help me survive, basically. They help me pay for groceries, pay my bills, and yeah, so those who can, very much appreciate if you do make a donation. If you can't, please don't feel pressured to do so, because I know what it's like to not be able to, and to want to, or to, feel guilty for not being able to support someone. I've been in that position myself. Oh, Wesley, where are you going? Where are you going, Wesley? Alright, let's go talk to... Oh no, is Perry's shop closed? Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, it's closed. Tomorrow. Oh wow. Every shop is closed. Ugh. So annoying. Might as well just sleep. Spring Fling 5. Did not mean to do that. Accidentally clicked on the wrong thing. Let me go back to the game. Yeah, so where were we? Okay, Spring Fling, we've got quite a few more days left, so no rush. Still need to figure out this one's favorite food. I love it when they run in the field. It's so cute. Like, if you've ever watched videos of cows running, it is the cutest thing ever. Because no one thinks, oh, cows run. Like, they typically, you see them in a field or in a barn, just munching away. But if they have a lot of space, they like to just run and jump, and it's super cute.
Tara, there you are. Did Perry have anything that might help?
Hello? You're looking so lovely today, Natalia. Here, I baked some extra scones for you.
Gee, thanks. Do you see what I mean? People keep dropping by. I can't get any work done around here.
Don't worry, I'm brewing up a solution.
Good. Hurry.
Well, I can't right now because I don't have the recipe yet, but I will get it tomorrow, I promise.
I've been video chatting the kid's father lately. I guess you're never too old to change. He's not the same man who left his family behind. It's up to them whether to forgive him for leaving them or not, but
Come on, Spring Fling. I might as well just go back to sleep. Because I can't go to Perry's shop to get the potion recipe.
Oh, this is killer. Oh, thanks, bro.
Tara, did you really? Finances have been tight for us lately, so you have no idea how much this helps.
Making my
Real
deliveries.
sweet, helping out a fisherman past his prime.
Okay, I'm doing the rounds because at this point in the game, there's a lot of like new stuff that occasionally well, it doesn't get automatically triggered. You have to go explore a little bit, like this, to see who needs something.
Hey Tara, Violet says you're making bouquets now too?
Juliet! Do you have a crush on someone?
No, it's not like that. Dad's birthday's coming up, and I was hoping to take a bouquet when Mom and I go visit him. I think I saw Dr. Syed put some special flowers in the cauldron by the Coven Circle. Could you make a bouquet out of those? I want Dad to know I've found my place here.
Of course, Juliet. It will just take a few days.
Thanks.
Actually, it won't because I'm pretty sure
Hey
I
Tara, is the
have
bouquet
this
ready
bouquet.
yet? Mom wants to just buy one of Violet's regular ones. I don't think she's really comfortable with the whole her daughter's a witch thing yet.
The flowers should bloom soon.
Great. I don't know that he'll see them, but, well, a lot of things have happened lately that I thought were impossible.
Okay, I thought I had this bouquet, but clearly I do not. I'll make it though, because I think I have all the flowers I need. Let's see if I can make that. Can't use your, oh, because I'm in the gloaming. Get out of the gloaming and then I can do, see, it's already almost 5 p.m. And have I done anything? No, I have not. Like on normal mode, this game can be pretty hardcore. Said no one ever. But it's like, it's just a lot harder to get stuff done. I'm basically, at this point, I've got all the designs, so I'm just trying to craft every single outfit. There are many. Okay, I can make this one. Guavocado romper. Okay, red fabric. Wait, I thought I saw something that I could craft. Or did I hallucinate? Oh, this one I already have anyway. Red, blue, yellow silk thread. Okay. Or make the yellow silk thread. Guys, if you're new to the stream, feel free to say hi. I love to chat with you guys, so do not be shy. But if you just want to hang out and lurk or whatever, that's totally cool. I will not hold it against you. Alright. Sound effect is starting to grate on me.
Time for bed.
Yes, time for bed. I guess I could have gone on that date with Wesley. Because I noticed that if you go on a date with Wesley, it takes up the whole day. Like, it's nighttime by the time it's over, so. But I'll go to the shop first. After I harvest this cauliflower. Plant more tulips because I need them for the blue dye. Oh, it's not open yet because it's too early. Oh, it's open already. I'm just gonna go in. I mean, I think it's supposed to open at 9, but if she's already in the shop.
Tell me, does the Coven still celebrate the rites of spring?
Well, dyed eggs.
I see. Things have been watered down a bit over the centuries. Spring is a time to celebrate the victory of light over the darkness. Every little new shoot and sapling carries the energy of life, reawakening. I don't care to cross the veil again, but perhaps you could go and fetch me some freshly bloomed wildflowers?
Sure, which ones? There's thistles, or...
It matters not, Witchling. Just press them into paper for me. It's the best way to preserve their beauty.
Okay, I know I need that for a incantation I've got. And I can get this ardor cooling recipe. Alright. So many new things to do. One thing I hate about Ravenwood Hollow or whatever it's called is it's hard to walk around here because it's so many different levels.
Ooh, Wildling. This is extraordinary. With this, I will do mischief unlike anything you have ever seen.
Oopsie. Alright. Can I make this ardor cooling potion? Yes, I can. 8 hours. Okay. I'll have it tomorrow. That's good enough. And flowers. I need to press some flowers. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There you go, flower paper. I really want to make this. Okay, I need red silk thread, green silk thread. What was the other thing I needed? Orange and black fabric. Oh no, I do not have fabric. Cloth. I think I have some cotton that's ready to harvest though. Yes. How long till I grow a lot of cotton, guys? Finally, a maple tree. I need this to get maple syrup. Okay, I'll take the flower paper to Perry and then I might go on a date with, my husband.
Have you pressed some flowers into paper for me?
Yes. What do you think of these?
Oh, very fine work for a first try. Paper made with fresh flowers is perfect for crafting powerful incantations to work your magic on the natural world. Or you could use it to write letters. I hear humans do that. Here, take this. It is spring, is it not?
Oh, another recipe. Very charming potion. Okay, well. I mean, I haven't crafted a charming potion in a while because I haven't really needed it, but. Wesley, we're gonna go on that date soon, I promise. Just give me a second. Oh, I need to make a bouquet as well. Let's not forget. Oh, I need wool wheat. Damn it. Okay, well, let me go on this date. Let's go on a diner date.
If you're not too busy, would you like to join me for a meal at Sophia's?
Absolutely. Her smoked salmon is unbeatable.
No, he's already in werewolf form. I'd like to go on a date with him in human form for once, please. That's the downside of dating a werewolf. Or like being married to one, I guess.
I swear I enjoy food way more when I'm with you. It's nice to have the company.
I'll always be your plus one, love.
I would hope so, seeing as you're married. 11 p.m. It lasts for 5 days. Okay, quickly gotta go to the gloaming. Because we need some wool weed. I really was hoping for more than one. So I need 2, I think. Yes, I know. Don't stress me out. What do I need? Rainbow egg. Produced by magical chickens. Huh. How do I get a magical chicken?
Is it time for bed?
Yeah. I'm never gonna wear this, but I'm still gonna make it. Because I need to make them all, even though I'm not gonna wear most of these. Oh, but I needed to make this. Why did I? I'm such an idiot. Okay, black and orange. I need black and orange, and I don't have any fabric. It's annoying. Okay, fine. I'm gonna use some magic. Magic, magic. Speed times spell.
Raped brood, molded sun. Faster will this work be done?
I need to work on my posture a bit more. I'm getting old and my posture is so bad. Is this where the gamers are at? Microwave Prince, welcome. Hi. Is this where the gamers are at? I don't know. Maybe some gamers are here. I'm here. Welcome. So great to have you here. Where are you joining us from? Thank you. It is not my natural hair. It is a wig. But it saves me time from having to style my own hair when I stream. Cheating a little bit. But thank you. Let's just say it's my hair. Oh, I've got your potion.
Please tell me you've got a cure. Marty just offered me some free chicks. I don't have anywhere to keep chickens, Tara. There will be chicken poop everywhere.
Yes, drink this. It should cool things down.
Thank you.
Alright.
Fling's gonna be different this year. I feel a tingle in my bones. And for once, I think that's a good sign.
Okay, what else have I got on my agenda? Spring Fling. Yeah, gotta wait. Mystic Flower Bouquet. Okay. Oh, I've got honey ready to harvest. And some tulips. Oh, why do you have... Can you not do it from the other side? Or no? So, Microwave Prince, tell me about yourself. Where are you hailing from? I mean, you don't have to say anything you're not comfortable sharing, but I always like to know a little bit about my viewers. Also, if you'd like to give me a follow, I would super, super appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 200 followers, and I am almost there. And I'm also trying to make it to affiliate. And for that, I need consistently high viewer numbers. So every view, every lurk counts. So very much appreciate you being here. But yeah, I'd like to know a little bit more about you, if that's all right. One thing you'll learn about my stream if you stick around is I mostly just like to chat with viewers. The game is really there just to keep me busy. I absolutely love just chatting with people. So yeah, I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to chat with me, I will appreciate it. Okay, where's that dress I wanted to make? There we go. So you need black and orange. Black and orange, okay. Ah, I need to make cloths. Black. Orange. Make more black, because I always need more black fabric. Make some leather. Gosh, so busy, like crafting silk, leather, dyeing fabric, weaving fabric, making wine, cheese. Okay, we need one more of that. Let's go, let's go, let's go. think I can now have enough to craft that bouquet. All right, let's go deliver it. There's Juliet.
Hi, Tara. Is the bouquet ready yet?
Yes, here you go.
Oh, thanks so much. I wish I could tell him everything that's happened, but the flowers will just have to speak for me. Oh, here.
Quality.
What's this? This is new.
Hey, Parker. Excited for Spring Fling season?
Well, yes, but, you know, Lena and I went through a rough patch last year. I keep trying to find a way to tell her that I'm looking forward to us having a fresh start this spring, but every time I start to say something, I lose track of what I wanted to say.
Maybe you should try writing it down first.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. I could send her a love card. She hates the kind you buy in drugstores, though. Says they're cheesy.
Well, I did just make some special home-pressed floral stationery.
Seriously? You would make one for me? Okay, I want to say, Lena, I know we've been through a lot, but I would marry you all over again if I could.
Oh.
Will you drop it off in our mailbox when it's ready? I feel like it would be weird if I just handed it to her.
Okay. Nice. All right.
How did the pic? It was wonderful. We chatted about their favorite subjects, and I showed the students how to reflect rainbows using prisms. Oh, and they loved the pub budgie. Thank you again.
Hi, Swerve Gino. Hey, good to see you again. Just a quick thing. If you've muted the stream, it won't count as a view. So if you could please mute the browser tab. I mean, you won't know. I will put it in the chat. Because if you've muted me, you won't be able to hear me. There you go.
You would be so excited to see how well the werewolf suppression potion worked, Grandma. Wesley is back to feeling himself, and not a sprig of fur to be seen. He's so grateful.
What does WIM mean? Am I too old to know this acronym? What do you mean? Oh. It's just because there's a mute icon next to you, next to your name on in the chat. So if you're watching me but you've got me on mute, which I guess you don't if you can hear me, be sure to mute the browser tab and not the stream. Because if you mute the stream, it won't count. Okay, you can still hear me. I don't know why I've got that icon then next to your name. That's so weird. Watching without audio, that's what it says. If I hover over that. That's so weird. Anyway, no matter. I appreciate you being here. Regardless. Yeah, that's weird. I think it's just Twitch being weird.
Sometimes I wonder if I should have gone after Gloria. Maybe if I'd found her sooner, things would have been different.
I wouldn't mind just hearing that voice though. Aw, that's sweet. I hate my voice. I never understand when people say they like the sound of my voice, because a surprisingly large number of people like my voice, and I absolutely hate it. And right now, I think because of the beer that I've been drinking, it sounds even drier and hoarser than usual. So I sound all kind of raspy. Tell you what, you most definitely do not want to hear me sing, ever. Now that is painful. But I do enjoy karaoke from time to time. You have one of those golden era of Hollywood kind of voices in a good way. Oh, thank you. Like, is my accent kind of a mid-Atlantic? Is that what you mean? Because if it is, it's not on purpose. It's just because I lived in... So my English accent originally was much more American-like. Because I mostly learned English from American movies, American television, and I lived in the UK then for 9 years, and so I didn't really pick up a British accent, because people in the UK have all kinds of different accents, and so I kind of picked up some Britishisms or British pronunciations of words, and the combination of the two makes it sound a little mid-Atlantic. And the slight rasp of my voice. I guess that also makes me sound a little bit old Hollywood, which I will take that because that is such a compliment. If I sound old Hollywood, I will absolutely take that compliment. I grew up with everything American. I still have a Flemish accent. Yeah, I think part of the reason why finally I got a sea urchin. I've been wanting to get one for ages. So you know what's funny? I spoke French long before I spoke English. I spoke Greek long before I spoke English. I used to not have an accent in French. And now I absolutely do, I think. I think I'm kind of getting rid of it now after living in Belgium for a little while. Betty Davis Eyes, love that song. Such a good song. By Kim Carnes. The only song I know by her. I think she was very much a one-hit wonder. She's got Betty Davis eyes. And this is why you don't want to hear me sing. Oh my gosh, it's so late and it's all dark and foggy. Okay. I can still craft some stuff. Let's Let's make a love card. Let's make a spare one, just in case. Okay, can I make this dress? And the song, It's a Heartbreak. I do not know that song, actually. Surprised to hear she had another hit. Out of fabric already. Ugh. I'm gonna like have to devote all of my crops to just growing cotton.
Should I go to bed?
Should I go to bed? I don't know, Tara. You're a grown woman. You decide if you need to go to bed or not. Or I'll decide for you. I'll make another one of those. Sorry. Why are you sorry? Why are you sorry, Aloha Charles? You did nothing wrong. You have no reason to be apologizing. I'm gonna drink this very charming potion. I've got deliveries to make. I need a harvesting whirly gig. No, Bonnie Tyler performing that song. Okay, yeah. Easy mistake to make. They both have those voices. But yeah, I think Kim Carnes did not have any other hits. I think she had one album, and it was like, this was back in the day when if someone put out one hit song, people would buy the album. Because a lot of times it wasn't worth buying the single, because that was a whole disc. Like if it was either 45, if you're talking about vinyl, or a CD, or a cassette. Singles on cassette were a waste of time. And I had way more than I should have. So a lot of people just bought the whole album. And let me tell you, the number of disappointing purchases I made as a kid based on what one-hit wonders, I really learned a valuable lesson. Yet it took a long time for me to actually learn that lesson. I bought so many terrible albums before I finally decided no more. And I think streaming and MP3s like iTunes really changed that, because suddenly I was like, oh, I can just buy this one song. And then I can put it in a playlist. Because that's the thing, when you were buying a disc, if you wanted to listen to that song, you just put the whole disc on, and like, who's going to do that now? No one. I think if you tell people that that's what you used to do, they will laugh at you. But that's what we had to do, people. Someone put out a hit song like, Scatman Joe, or the Macarena. I had the album for the Macarena, by the way. I had the whole album that song was from. And it wasn't great. The whole album was very different from... Wow, Kim Carnes had numerous songs that got up to 10th or 15th, but Betty Davis was the biggest one by far. Okay. I did not know that. Okay, well, calling me surprised. I guess I was wrong. Good for her. Finally. In her breakthrough year 1980, Carnes was commissioned by Kenny Rogers, to co-write the songs for his concept album Gideon. And their duet Don't Fall in Love with a Dreamer hit number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earned the duo Grammy Award nomination. Later that year, her cover of Smokey Robinson's More Love from her fifth album Romance Dance 1980 hit number 10. Huh. Well, yeah, but see, here you have a cover and a duet. So I think that probably played a part, you know? I don't need to befriend this cow anymore. I've already maxed out my friendship with this cow, so I can send her to the slaughterhouse. That's what you do. You befriend them until you love them and they love you as much as is possible, and then you go kill them. That's how farming works, people. Also, if anyone's interested in updates on my love life, situation with the guy I went on a date with now more than 10 days ago, I think it's dead in the water. What happened to her grandmother? Charles, get with the program. Her grandmother died like a year ago. Grandma's long dead. We've been visiting her grave like every week. But you know, with Grandma out of the way, we've been able to, you know, really rebuild the farm and become a powerful witch. Yeah, Grandma died. Grandma died. Grandma is gone. Grandma is no longer with us. Grandma died a year ago, like spring, at the end of spring. And then we got married to Wesley, the werewolf. And he's now living in our home. I'm hopefully sharing a bed with us, but maybe he's sleeping in Grandma's bed. But yeah, Grandma's dead and gone. Alright. What can I make? Okay, let's make some... We'll make a bunch of blue cloth because we seem to need a lot of it. And red. That's another popular one. That we have 2 of those. Never mind.
Tara,
okay, got an
you're my
update.
hero. No one has come by to offer me free food or tell me how beautiful I am.
Yay?
Look, don't get me wrong. All the attention was nice, but I'm relieved that it's over.
Natalia, I wanted to bring you something to make up for everyone in town falling in love with you.
No offense, but give it to Tara. She earned it. And I think I'm all good with your libations for a while.
Okay, well, here. Just so you know, you can use the potion you made Natalia if you feel like your relationship with someone is going too fast. You know, if you feel like you want to explore your options before settling down. Just give it to that person and you cool down your relationship's progress with them, without having to ghost them for a couple days until they get the picture.
Okay, good to know. No ghosting necessary.
Handy, right?
See, if only this existed in real life. It would make dating a lot easier. Just hate ghosting so much. And that's basically what seems to be happening with the guy that I was interested in. I think he's kind of ghosting me now. So, yay for that. He hasn't blocked me, but I'm not going to tempt fate by texting him and stuff. I need to deliver it straight to the mailbox, don't I? I don't even know where they live. Oh, there we go. I did have a date with somebody else though, who
I dropped off the
is
card.
super nice,
I hope she
actually.
likes it.
I'm sure she will, Parker. She loves you.
Yeah, well, thanks, Tara. Here, take this.
Like, I don't know how much we have in common, me and this new guy, and I don't know how much of a future there is there with him, but he's super sweet. And really kind and so respectful, like really made me feel like, this is Grandma's grave, by the way. I put some flowers there. So kind of exploring that right now, at the risk of being called a slut by some people. You know, I'm not going to apologize for actively dating. I'm 40 years old. I'm not going to like sit around twirling my thumbs waiting for my knight in shining armor to show up, you know? I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm just going to keep trying. I'm 42, it's the new 20. Hey, yeah. Kinda is. I mean, honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm 20. In terms of maturity level, not in terms of like physical health. My last boyfriend was 22, so, you know. Hey, you know, why not? I say why not? Judge me all you want. I'm gonna have my quote-unquote boy toys. Me too, I'm more of a 12-year-old at heart. Yeah, same, really. I feel like the moment I started my transition and started on hormone replacement therapy, I basically re-entered puberty and I never left. No judgment, pretty lady. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. What is gamer? Yeah, you know, like, might as well enjoy it while I can. It's ironic that when I was in my 20s, I mostly dated older men. So I feel like this is payback. Or this is, you know, just... Well, never-ending puberty. Basically, you know the film 13 Going on 30? With, I mean, it's kind of old now. With Jennifer... I forget which Jennifer it is. The one who's married to Ben Affleck. Anyway, there's a movie, it's a comedy where this girl wishes she was older or whatever, and it's basically like Big, if you've seen that, but not as good. But I've always joked that when I started HRT, I was 33, going on 13. So very much felt that way. Come on, I want to make all these outfits. It really bothers me that I don't have them all. Okay, I actually have this dress now. Good. I can make this. I just need cloth for that, okay? I haven't seen it. Probably worth the watch. Probably not worth the watch. Trust me. It is. The only good thing about that movie is there's a really cool scene where they do the Thriller dance. that movie kind of brought back Thriller for a hot minute. Really, you could probably watch that scene on YouTube. Jennifer Gardner, that's her name. Finally remembered that. Didn't even have to look it up. I'd love to do the Thriller dance. Hey, you can probably learn it quite easily on YouTube and stuff. I would, except I don't have the motivation to do so. It's not that hard of a dance. It is really not that hard. Like, there's this bit. Oh, the music video is amazing. The full version of the music video, I remember actually getting that on VHS, like renting that, which included like behind the scenes, but it was basically at the video store. You could rent the Thriller music video, the full version, plus behind the scenes stuff. And I remember watching it, not really knowing what I was getting myself into. And there's this whole, like, the full version, the song is just a part of it. It's almost like a short film. I mean, it really is a short film. And Vincent Price was the perfect pick for the background voice. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Vincent Price is classic. Kim Petras did, not so long ago, she did like a Halloween EP or something, and she had a song that was, it's nowhere near as good as Thriller, but you can see the inspiration, and she doesn't have Vincent Price on it, but she has Elvira doing a similar voiceover, and it works really well. But Vincent Price, oh, just classic. Alright. I'm getting a little tired, and I'm getting a little bored of this game, but I am enjoying chatting with you guys, so thank you for being here. That album sold by Quincy at his best. Thriller is, I mean, I was never a massive Michael Jackson fan. My brother was, so I got to listen to a lot of Michael Jackson, but I was never the biggest fan. I was much more into Madonna. But I did go see Moonwalker at the cinema. That's how old I am. I went to see Moonwalker at the cinema. And that movie is completely insane. It is some kind of LSD-fueled fever dream. But as a kid, I loved it. Because it was so bizarre. It was like multiple different films in one. Because like the whole first part of it is just completely unrelated to the second part when the film actually seems to properly start. Like, yeah, Robo Michael. And I remember the video game. I played the video game on the Sega Mega Drive, which I think was the Dreamcast in the US. It was crazy. It's just music videos, basically. But there's that whole bit in the beginning that's like stop motion. And then there's also the bad music video, but with kids. I kind of want to watch Moonwalker now, guys, because it's just so crazy. Like, I feel like I just dreamt it up. Because that movie is just so bizarre. I can't believe it had a theatrical release. Still have it on Genesis. Yeah, I think it was on Genesis. Yeah, that so weird. Yeah, it was. I remember my friend had it, and I remember really enjoying that game. I'm sure it's terrible. I'm sure it's not aged well at all, but at the time I was like, this game is awesome. I will allow that. Sorry, my auto thingy was being a bit overzealous. Yeah, it had a crotch grab button, which is insane. It's okay, yeah. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's not a great game by any stretch of the imagination. But at the time, I loved it. But I remember at the time, back then, licensed games were terrible, and yet somehow I still would keep playing them. Some of them were better than others. Like, I remember playing Who Framed Roger Rabbit on the Game Boy, and that game was actually surprisingly good. At the time, we were all super bored. So true. We would take anything you would give us. We would be like, I'm happy with this. Just give me your crap. I remember a really bad Batman game where he actually shot a gun. And it's like, do people not understand that Batman doesn't do guns? Like, #1 rule of Batman, no guns. I also remember playing the Alien 3 game on Game Boy, and that also, Ripley had a gun in that too, which also does not match the movie at all. Wow, so many I want to get to the Spring Fling before I end the stream, but I also really want to like reminisce about all these terrible games. I remember there were a lot of Simpsons games. She needed a gun in that. Yeah, if she had a gun in that film, it would have been a lot easier, but she did not. That was part of the whole thing. They had no weapons, and yet in the video game she has a gun. So and there's lots of aliens. When in the movie there's just the one. Yeah. Like, licensed games back then were basically, like, had nothing to... Yeah, she still would have died, for sure. Licensed games at the time had nothing to do with, like, what they were based on. Like, whoever made those games had no idea what the source material was about. They didn't need to know. Like, the studios did not care. They were like, make a game for this property and make it quick. Just watch the AVGN on LGN. I don't know what those acronyms mean. Am I just stupid? LGN pumped out terrible games. Was that a studio? All licensed. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah. The thing is, there were some... Okay, here's an example of a really awesome licensed game. Tiny Toons on Game Boy. There was a Tiny Toons game on Game Boy that was so incredibly good, at least the way I remember it. Like, it was shockingly good. It had no right to be that good. Angry Video Game Nerd is a YouTuber. Cool, I'll check him out. Because sometimes I feel like an angry video game nerd. Tiny Toons is awesome. It is. I really want to play that game again. I remember being like one of the awesome things about it is you could switch characters. You could play as Buster, as Hampton, and was one of them the skunk? And then you could, there were some sections where you took over another character. And it was done with like, it really felt like it was true to the game, to the cartoon, but it was also a fun game. LePew's, yeah, it was his kid. I can't remember what he was called. Or she? Fifi. It was Fifi LePew. That was her name. And they each had different abilities, and they each like moved a little differently. That game was so good. I loved that game so much. Like, if I could play one Game Boy game again in my life, it would be that. Easily my favorite Game Boy game, I would say. Also, another licensed game that was remarkably good, but I didn't get to play that much because I lent my cartridge to a friend who never gave it back to me. Yeah, exactly. It was really clever. It was well designed. It was a really good game. Another game that I really enjoyed was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I couldn't tell you whether it really was good or not because I didn't play it that much, but I remember enjoying it. That cartoon was so weird, by the way, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. The movie is weird. The cartoon is maybe better, but slightly unrelated to the movie.
The time for walking slow is done. Quicken my feet and make me run.
I'm gonna have to tell my bot to cool it a little bit because it's been posting way too many announcements, and I apologize for that. I added a bunch and I didn't realize it'd be a little overwhelming. So I'll adjust the settings after the stream. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to the Spring Fling because it's like in a day. Yeah, Killer Tomatoes, they don't make movies like that anymore. They don't, which is weird because they make movies about everything now. I mean, hello, we just had a Barbie movie, which I went to see and it was awesome. But yeah, they make movies about, like, they make movies about rides at Disneyland. And yet they don't make bizarre movies like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes anymore. I think because Hollywood execs maybe aren't as drug friendly now as they were in the 80s. Like, I think back then they were all on like acid trips and cocaine. Now it's all, now it's like, it's accountants who basically decide what a movie's going to be about. And that's why you don't get movies like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, because that movie I don't think did very well, but it's kind of a cult classic. But yeah, this is making me so nostalgic now, this conversation. I love it when I get other people who are close to my age in the chat, because it just reminds me of how crazy our childhoods were. Like, it's a miracle we turned out all right, you know? And I guess maybe we didn't. Maybe that's the real truth. Okay, let me check what I've got. Okay, I'm just gonna make my deliveries, go to bed. Middle children of history, absolutely. And I am a middle child, so like I was extra middle.
You're real sweet.
Oh man, I watched so many bizarre movies. I also remember like I don't know what it was called. You shall lead us. Thank you. I will accept this mantle of responsibility. I will take it seriously, I promise. I remember there was one movie I really loved as a kid. There were a lot of these bizarre movies like this. So I think Splash kind of spawned those. So if you haven't seen Splash, you absolutely must. It's about a mermaid. It's basically the movie that launched Tom Hanks's cinematic career. Maybe just you and I, possibly. And then there was another movie that was clearly inspired by Splash, where it was with an angel, and she just, like in the real world, there was this woman who was an angel, and she loved fries. Like, she didn't eat meat, but she would love, like, that was her food. They discovered that she loved French fries. Surprisingly, did not appear in Belgium. She appeared in the US, because every movie was set in the US.
I'm not often speechless, but this almost did it.
That was a weird movie that I don't think exists anymore. Like, a lot of these movies, like, they just died with VHS. they never made it to DVD or beyond. Yes. Yes. My Stepmother is an Alien. Absolutely. Love that movie. I watched that movie to death. Fuck yeah. Love that movie so much. And Alison Hannigan, who played Willow in Buffy, is in that movie. And Dan Aykroyd. That movie is so good. I want to watch that movie again. Now you just mentioned it. I haven't seen that in forever. And I think that movie is available on like streaming services. That movie was so great. Where she's like putting her hand in like a pot of boiling water and picking out eggs. Like there was so many films like that in that time of just aliens, mermaids, ghosts, like you name it. They were just like, let's make a movie about this woman who's not human and this nerdy guy who falls in love with her because she's weird and quirky. And I think that's what in turn caused me to be a little weird in my dating life, because I really modeled how I behave in dates on all those movies, like Splash, My Stepmother's an Alien, and the Angel one. I think those movies like kind of informed how I behave romantically. So on a date, I'm like this like weird, naive person who doesn't understand how things work. I think I just had a breakthrough right now. I think I finally like figured out a part of my personality. Thanks to you, What is Gamer? Thank you. Alien mermaid dating. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's so many weird movies like that. There was that the Explorers movies, I think, with Bilbo. No, not Bilbo. Samwise Gamgee. Forget the actor's name. And the Explorers. You watched the Explorers yesterday? Wow. I don't know many people who know. Oh, Goonies. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not talking about Goonies, but Goonies is a great film. But what I'm talking about is a movie where him and a bunch of other kids build a spaceship out of like junk, and they go into space and find aliens. And I can't remember the rest of the movie. Yeah, Ethan Hawke is in it. That movie was weird. And I remember as a kid convincing myself that, oh, these kids can make a spaceship out of junk. I need to do that. Like, there's so many movies of kids doing crazy stuff like that. They built it out of a park ride on TVs, yeah. Because you can do that. Like, forget NASA, forget rocket science. All you need is just junk. And then another movie, somewhat related, Flight of the Navigator. I did watch that one again recently, which weirdly has Sarah Jessica Parker in it. Short Circuit, yes, though I think I don't know if it's Short Circuit 1 and 2, but definitely 2 has that very problematic character with the Indian accent, who is not played by an Indian actor at all, and who's very much a caricature. But yeah, Short Circuit, I totally remember that. Oh man, so many bad movies. I want to do a marathon, like a whole weekend of just rewatching all these nostalgic films from my childhood. It's both, yeah. I figured it would be both. Oh, I want to, like, this is the beauty of dating young people. when you're in your 40s is you get to introduce them to all this bonkers shit that you grew up with that they're like, they don't believe could possibly be real. So, okay. I think it's almost time for the, Spring Fling. Yeah, it is. I'll do the Spring Fling and then I'll probably call it a night on the stream because it's midnight. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours without a break. I'm a little bit tired. But you got me all hyped up talking about these old movies. Ah, it made me so nostalgic. Weird Science. So we do get to go to this. Yeah, we are.
Is it time for bed?
We're going as soon as we wake up. We're going to the Spring Fling. Man, I want to watch all these old movies now. So many bad movies. Like some of them, like I genuinely think, did that movie actually exist or did I dream it up? Weird Science is a, yeah. I wasn't super into Weird Science. That was very much a boys movie. Mannequin, another weird movie. So many weird movies where like, basically you have a beautiful woman who's not human and nerdy guys, either kids or just nerdy adults. What kid doesn't want to build their own hottie lol? Mannequin 2, now that's weird. There's a Mannequin 2? Excuse me? There's a Mannequin 2? How did I not know about this Mannequin 2? And where can I watch this? Oh, wow. Now I have to watch Mannequin and Mannequin 2. Wait, maybe I did. Yeah, it has Buffy from the movie in it. Oh, really? Oh, the Buffy movie. That's another, like, movie that I can't believe was turned into a TV show. And was as successful as it was, because the movie was not that good. Especially compared to the TV show. Oh man, I have to look up Mannequin 2. Oh no, not this again. What? What's wrong? Okay, Spring Fling. Oh, Magikarp. Oh, it's because you're the same color as What is Gamer, so I was like, yeah, it's this again. But I'm about to end the stream.
Fairhaven Spring Fling. Sophia
Sorry.
and Angus
I get
have
more
worked
views
really
streaming this
hard
game
on
than
preparing
any other
special
game.
treats for everyone. So make sure to stop by their tables. Have fun.
Mayor Miranda, there's something I'd like to say, if you don't mind.
Sure, Thomas. Go right ahead.
Well, this island has been my home almost my whole life, but it hasn't really felt like home since my mom and sister moved back to Milkwater. But now, for the first time, I feel like I might have a family here of my own. Sophia, I already asked Juliet if it would be okay.
Okay, yeah. Now you're purple, and Magikarp I think is still
My
red, so.
goodness.
But now there's
Thank
only
you.
one person left.
You didn't
to
have
ask.
to. I was
Sophia,
not paying attention closely enough.
I love you. Will you marry me?
Oh!
Yes. Yes, of course I will.
Aw.
Oh.
Alright, enjoy the festival. Find the eggs.
I just got word our maypole was indeed taller than Milkwater's this year. The bouquets are so lovely. I'm so proud of Violet. And I'm so glad she has a friend like you here, Tara.
So What is Gamer was red in the chat, and you are red as well. So I thought I didn't see you come in, Magikarp, because I thought it was What is Gamer. So when you said, "Oh no, not this again," I was like, "What?" And now then I saw your name and I was like, oh, "Okay, it's Magikarp." But welcome back, Magikarp. It's always good to have you here.
Hey, do you think there's any chance Thomas and Sophia might want to have their wedding in the Consciousness Center?
Nope. Not even a little bit of a chance.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Almost had a little wardrobe malfunction there, guys. Thanks for letting me know.
Oh, another wedding. Maybe they'll get married on the beach by Thomas's farm. It would be so epic if they declared their love with waves crashing in the background.
Sophia's matzo ball soup could have come straight from a diner back in the city. It's making me a little homesick, not gonna lie.
Wait, what? Wait, what? The wardrobe malfunction? My sleeve had dropped and then it looked like it was... Because I'm not wearing a bra, guys. So if my dress slips, then... Well, on the one hand, it's nice that you understood the reference to previous streams, but the fact that you associate me with hating this game also fills me with pride. It's true. No one hates this game quite as much as you. Stepped away for a bit, sorry. Yeah, no, this happened. I was like this, and then this started slipping further, and I caught it just in time before we had a bit of a... What is this game? Wylde Flowers. I've been playing this game for hours, What is Gamer. Have you just been not paying attention to what I've been doing?
Mom and Violet have been stressing over this party for weeks.
You're talking about the Spring Fling.
It looks pretty cool. And Juliet's getting a new stepdad. I wonder if that's weird for her.
I hope I would have been strong enough to let you know about the wardrobe malfunction. I have a feeling that none of you would have let me know.
Enjoying the Spring Fling, Shelby?
And then I would have gotten banned from Twitch.
Not to enjoy?
I like that he's still selling his junk. You want the dress not to slip. Use adhesive tape. I recommend the one in silver color. Oh, thank you.
When I proposed to my Helena, I was so nervous.
I mean, I don't really care that much as long as I don't show nipple.
And then almost threw up on her favorite shoes. She still said yes, though. I felt like the luckiest man alive. I bet Tommy feels the same way today.
Usually I feel like the center of gravity of my boobs is enough to hold clothing in place. I wasn't sure what the title is. Is it fun? I mean, yeah, I enjoy it. If you like this kind of game, it's really fun. If you don't like this kind of game, it's probably very boring. I like this kind of game, so I love this.
Congrats, Thomas.
Like, it's really cozy and cute.
Thanks.
And
I hadn't really planned to do that in front
there's
of
lots to
everybody.
do.
But hey, she said yes.
Total Animal Crossing vibes, yes. It's very much a Stardew Valley clone. Which I have no problem with. I love Stardew Valley.
Congratulations, Sophia.
Thanks.
You will like this then, if you like Stardew.
Juliet's been acting kind of squirrely lately, but I thought that was just Juliet.
I'll type the name of the game in the chat so you can see it. Wylde Flowers.
Being Juliet,
If you
but
have...
she was keeping this secret the whole time. Here, have some extra soup. What can I say? I want to share the love.
If you have Apple Arcade, it's included in that. So you can get it for free on iPad, on like iOS or Mac OS. I played it on both. And it's cross-compatible, so you can, as long as you make sure your save is uploaded to the cloud. You can, you know, play on your Mac, play on your iPad if you're in the Apple ecosystem. Otherwise, it's on Steam, and it was on sale recently, but it's not on sale anymore. I think it was the old school vibe that made me like Stardew. Yeah, this doesn't have. This is like Stardew Valley with a more modern look.
Is it too much to ask for my kids to do the maypole
Plus,
dance
it's like fully
one time
voiced and
without
all that.
grumbling? I can't get a good photo if they're just pouting the whole time. Tara, you'll never believe it, but the kids have announced that they're already bored with the egg hunt, and I can't remember where I hid the rest. A few years ago, I didn't find one until midsummer when I followed the smell. There's 12 still hidden around town. Let me know if you spot any, will you?
Alright, well, it's not for everyone. I enjoy it. Okay, that egg was giant. Have you ever played Rune Factory? I have not. Is it good?
Hot cross buns, hot cross buns. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. Well, okay, they're more than a penny, but my bakery has to make my margarines.
Oh, Angus.
But you get extra because you helped. I can't believe Sophia and Thomas are engaged. Ooh, I wonder if they'll let me make their cake.
Correction to what you said. If you don't like this type of game, then you feel like you've been subjected to a process which is Russia's main export from the 17th to the 19th century. Not grain export, it's about armed robbery. Sorry. I'm sorry you hate this game so much, Magikarp. Because I like it. Probably gonna continue streaming it. Because, seriously, I need to get to affiliate, and I get the most viewers when I play this game. I don't know why. Genshin Impact. I've never played Genshin Impact. I don't know. It seems a little too much for me, Genshin Impact.
This place looks great. You and Violet crushed it. Giacomo was my friend. but
I
so was
also am not a
Thomas.
big fan
And
of
honestly,
JRPGs.
I think he would have been happy about this. He loved Sophia so much. He would have wanted her to have someone.
It's a gacha. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, I'd rather this than Genshin Impact.
Gloria's doing a great job as
There
mayor,
you
don't
go.
you think? I mean, just look at this place now. She's exactly what this town needed.
Oh, found another egg.
I was telling Amira, it's like love really is in the air here. This is really messing with my hard-earned cynicism.
I am so happy for Thomas and Sophia. I hope they're really happy together.
No, I don't want to talk to you anymore. These animations are like Ned Flanders' father in Ireland. Oh my god. Yes. Are there multiple endings? No. I don't think so. But there's different romanceable characters. I don't know if there's multiple. Maybe there are multiple endings. It'd be kind of awesome if there were.
Thomas asked me if he could propose to
I've
Mom
not
like
looked into
ages
this.
ago. Oh, I've had to hold it in this whole time.
Oh, another egg. I'm gonna have to find 12 of these. Indeedly doodly.
Emmy's been giving me grief about the maple dance, but she's just jealous because I found more dyed eggs. I'm a great dancer. I just like to improvise. Miss Joshy taught us that word.
Okay, have I talked to most people? Egg hype, you got this. Thank you. I also need to talk to everybody, which is a little annoying.
Mom and Mayor Miranda made us do the maple dance. Ugh.
What? It looks nice.
Thank you.
It looks nice now. Finn somehow got himself woven into the maple on our first try. That boy can't follow dance moves to save his
I
life.
was thinking an ending where all the witches would be burned and this cult would become the only power in this village. That would be kind of awesome. I mean, I don't support that ending, but it'd be cool if that was an option. Actually, I was thinking about
never would
maybe
have taken
trying
Jin
Cult
for a
of the
hopeless
Lamb.
romantic, but they really are just a total mushball.
Aww. I'm glad you like it.
I was feeling blue because I can't visit my family for Nowruz this year. But this is such a lovely celebration, Tara.
Doesn't the town square look just amazing?
The drink the Kool-Aid
Now
ending,
that my
yeah.
mom's in charge, things are going to be so much better around here. Thanks again for all your help with the bouquets, Tara.
I have a feeling there is just the one ending. I'd be surprised if there's multiple endings.
Charming. And have you tried Angus's
That could be
hot
wrong.
cross buns? They would be just perfect with a hot cuppa.
Now I'm craving hot cross buns. Cult of the Lamb is a trip. Well, it's on my list. I just haven't bought it yet. But I would love to try it. It seems like a fun game to stream.
So, Sophia's marrying Thomas. Good for them. Her matzo ball soup is really good. She takes care of people, and I bet he'll take care of her too.
Last year was hard for Sophia. I'm so pleased she's found someone who will give her some joy.
I could play hot cross buns on a recorder. I think anybody who played the recorder could play hot cross buns on a recorder. Except for me, I never learned hot cross buns on a recorder, even though I learned how to play on the recorder at school.
Smoked, made in the broth, mixed with juniper berries. You can't go wrong.
Alright, we need to find the rest of these eggs. Maybe next stream? Maybe not, because I can't afford to buy a new game right now. Oh, recorder. Thank you. No, yeah, Cult of the Lamb would be awesome to play on a stream, but right now I just, like, I have 20 euros in my bank account. Not even. So I really can't afford to be buying any new games. But soon, for sure. Okay, this egg is much smaller than the others. Oh, there's some eggs here. I can see that. I can see one. Thank you. If anybody would like to leave a tip, I would very much appreciate it. Even like €1 or $2 would really go a long way right now for me. You can click on the bar with my donation goal to leave a tip. Again, you don't have to. The fact that you're supporting my stream by watching means a lot to me, and it really helps me out. But if you're willing and able to make a small donation, it would really mean a lot to me as well. I hate doing this whole like begging for money, but I feel like if I don't, I'm never gonna get any. Wylde Flowers is getting views. Yes, I'm getting views playing Wylde Flowers. I don't know if it's me or the game, but I will take it. Okay, only 2 more eggs to go. Oh, there's one. Okay, only 1 egg left.
This is just what I needed to get.
I just gave him some metal. Where is this last egg? I mean, hiding it in the cemetery would be a little disrespectful, I think. Okay, we already checked here. I like this music. Oh, did we check the playground? Oh my gosh, where is this last egg? Where is it? If anybody sees this egg, like, please post in the chat. Yeah, you can leap over fences in this game. That's how awesome this game is. It will let you leap over fences. I don't know where this egg is. I'm missing one egg. It's so annoying.
Found one, Lena.
Oh, great. Keep going. I should have drawn myself a
Oh,
map.
are we supposed to give each one individually?
Awesome. You'll...
So long.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Awesome. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Eyes peeled. The plot thickens. Where is this egg? It's going to be somewhere in this area. It's not going to be outside of the town square, because if it is, then if we leave the town square, the festival's going to end. Oh my gosh. Nearly had another wardrobe malfunction. Again, no one warned me. Can you go behind the buildings? I cannot. And I can't enter these fenced off areas. Like, I can't go in here. Oh, where is this egg? It's gonna drive me nuts. I'll be very annoyed if it turns out this egg is like, you can't find it. It wasn't a bad one though, that malfunction. Wasn't it? Because I'm pretty sure I almost had a little nip slip. Where is this egg? Huh, maybe a Sharpie mark so I can warn you. Oh, you mean like when it goes too low? I don't want to mark my boobs with Sharpie. I I don't know where this egg is. Oh my gosh. I thought, okay, we'll do the Spring Fling real quick and then we'll be done. And I can go to bed. And you guys can go to bed. And instead, what a stupid egg to find. Impossible egg, yeah. I bet it's like hidden among flowers or something. Okay, I can't go too far because then I'll leave the map. Can you go into the bushes? No. Where are these eggs? I feel like I've checked the whole area multiple times. And I don't think this game is cruel enough to hide the egg where it's like hidden behind a wall or something. It's gonna be somewhere that's actually visible. I feel like it's somewhere behind the trees. I mean, maybe. But again, this game is usually kind of nice, you know? It's not... It doesn't try to trick you or anything. I'm about ready to give up on this egg. Because I'm tired, and this egg is just... It must be hidden somewhere here. Alright. Okay, gonna try something wild. I'm gonna fish and see if maybe I catch it. Maybe it's in the water. I don't think so, but... Yeah. Well, it was worth a shot. Yeah, it's a bummer. Yeah, it is. I just want to find the stupid egg. It's gotten to the point where it's kind of annoying. It's killing the vibe of the Spring Fling. I might have to just look it up. Or one of you could look it up and just give me a hint. Because I want to at least know if I'm like, if I'm just missing something obvious or if it's... Remember we went to that Spring Fling, couldn't find that egg classic. Just, where is it in the bell? All the other eggs were, they were visible. So I don't think this last egg is going to be like in a place where you cannot see it.
Am I sure I'm done with the Spring
No,
Fling?
no, you're not. You're not. You're not. I've tried this so many times already. And none of these buildings are open right now. Where is this egg? It has to be here. Please, I'll be so annoyed if this is a bug. Show hint. Oh, okay. Wow. I didn't realize the hint would just basically tell us where it is. Oh, it's on the boat. I didn't know I could go on the ferry. There we go. Okay, well, I'm glad I used the hint because it was getting annoying.
I think I found all the missing eggs.
Wow! Thanks for taking up some of your Spring Fling time with us. The whole town owes you a debt of gratitude for saving us from a summer of stench.
Alright. Well, now I can leave this Spring Fling. Now that I've done my my duty, my civic duty by
Am I sure I'm done?
Locating all the missing eggs. Good game, indeed. Alright. Well, thanks guys. This was a great, really fun stream. Really enjoyed chatting with you guys. I enjoyed the nostalgia. Oh my gosh, I have so many films I want to try to find now. I hope they're on like... I don't think they're going to be on Netflix. Netflix doesn't have a lot of old films, unfortunately. But hopefully like maybe Amazon Prime or something. But yeah, it's been so much fun hanging. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for reminiscing with me. Thank you for reminding me of all these awesome things from my childhood. Really, that was really fun. If you're not on my Discord, please join it. The link is there right now. I'd love to chat with you about all things 80s and 90s. Yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I will probably see you tomorrow because I have nothing better to do. Or maybe I will have something better to do. I don't know. Probably not. Probably will be streaming. But thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful evening, rest of your day, whatever time it is. And I will see you very soon. Thank you.